What's up YouTube? Mike here from Techno GI, and today I want to do an iPad Pro rumor roundup. So many of you guys have heard of this, and the first rumor obviously is going to be the name. A lot of sites say it's going to be the iPad Pro, and one is claiming it's going to be the iPad Air Plus, or it could just be just the iPad Plus. But if I had to vote, I like the iPad Pro. So let's get down to the leaked specs so far. And let's start with the hardware. So size, there's two main rumors going around about the size. One is it's going to be 12.2 inches, and that's measured diagonally. Another that it's going to be 12.9 inches measured diagonally. There's also rumors that it's going to be a 4K display, which that I find doubtful just because the battery life is going to drain on that for one. But most likely I think Apple's going to stick with the exact same display that's on the iPad Air 2. So it'll be a Retina display, but no big surprises or updates there. It's also rumored to have a detachable keyboard to compete with you-know-what. Obviously the Surface line, Surface Pro 3 and probably Surface Pro 4 coming in the spring. So one thing you can count on is probably going to have the same fingerprint sensor that's on the Air 2. Of course now it's coming on all devices, which is not a bad thing. And historically with Apple's anti-expandable memory, don't count on that. It's most likely not going to have that. It's probably going to have a 16, 32, 64, and 128 gigabyte model variant. And of course, those will all probably be separated by about $100. So what's this thing most likely to be powered by? Most reports say it's going to be the same A8X found in the Air 2. If that ends up being the case, then that's just crappy on Apple's part. I think they're dropping the ball. But one Taiwanese website says that it could be an all-new A9 chip, which to me that would make more sense because you're going to want more power because it's going to have a larger display that's got a power. And some reports say it's going to have 2 gigs of RAM. Hopefully it'll have 4, especially so it can do multitasking. They expect it to have a Wi-Fi model and an LTE variant, just like all the other previous iPads. As far as ports go, it's probably going to have the same ports, so don't expect a USB here, which is kind of a bummer. There's one site that claims that it's going to have a 12.2-inch display like I previously reported, as well as the speakers and microphones are going to be on the top and bottom of the device, so we get improved sound quality and improved video calling. So let's talk about software. Most reports suggest that it's going to run iOS only, which is probably going to be the truth. However, one rumor, which would be awesome, read that it's going to run iOS and an OS variant, but realistically that's probably not going to happen because that would make the iPad Pro a direct competitor with the MacBook Air line. So knowing Apple the way they are, they're not going to want to do that. So we'll see. But Apple will most likely finally, after being leaps and bounds behind Android in Windows, incorporate a multi-window feature and also mouse support. You know, every other OS has had this for years. I don't know why it's taken Apple so long, why they're so anti-mouse and multi-window, but who knows. So if Apple's going to market this thing as a business productivity device, they've got to get with the rest of the mobile community. And they've just got to add the mouse support and multi-window, especially if they expect to directly compete against the Surface line, which I think is what the iPad Pro is they want to compete against the Surface Pro 3 and upcoming Surface Pro 4. So now let's talk about price. There's been no specific solid rumors on that, but expect it to be like any other Apple product, and that's not cheap. So starting price, my guess would be probably around $1,000 with a keyboard, detachable keyboard, which will probably be extra. Does that sound familiar? Yes, Microsoft. So again, I expect it to be priced similarly to the Surface Pro line. And of course, for each increase in memory, it's going to be an increase in money. So what are your guys' thoughts on the iPad Pro, iPad Plus, whatever they want to call it? You guys think it's going to happen? If so, would you guys buy it? So leave questions in the comments below, or your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, please like and subscribe. I'm only 11 away from hitting 100, so if you watch this video, you enjoy it, you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that button. And you can also head over to Facebook and give me a like on Facebook. And finally, if you have a current iPad and you don't want to wait for the iPad Pro, check out my other 2 videos. I'll leave it in the description, and it's how to make your iPad essentially a laptop replacement. You've got a jailbreak, but you can get the exact same features that are rumored to be in the iPad Pro, and you can have it now, so without waiting. So with that, thanks for watching.